hear what they say. But we go, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo!
Hello, welcome back to Escape to Reality.
Yeah,
with Justine.
What up? And Geneva, how's it going?
It's going great. So happy to be here to talk about our favorite Bravo shows. I am so excited, and it was a packed week.
It really was. It's time for the Bravo breakdown. That's our episode. We're typically, I think, maybe going to do this Thursdays. Most of the Bravo programming is wrapped up by then. And so we're going to be talking today about New York Reunion, Below Deck, OC, and Dallas. That will be the
Lots of
rotation.
stuff.
Yeah,
Dallas
so
is heating up.
Dallas is starting to turn up. Yeah, we're excited. But I think first we're going to dive into a little celebrity gossip, right?
All right, here we go. The first story of the day is the biggest story. Well, we all know that Rick is leaving The Walking Dead, but there's also Emmy Rossum is leaving Shameless. I don't know why they tell us this. Why can't she be killed off or something, or just do something surprising? Why do they tell us?
So my question was, because I saw this, is she filming this next season, or did she like leave mid-show? I couldn't tell. You know, like how is she leaving?
Gosh, I was thinking she was going to film another season, but
well, they're currently filming.
You're right. It does sound kind of like she's just out the door.
Yeah,
the opportunity. It sounds like it was. It does sound like it's a distant memory. Yeah. Oh no, it says okay. The upcoming 9th season of Shameless will be her last.
Oh, okay, good. All right,
so that's good.
As long as they wrap up.
But they shouldn't tell us because they used to. TV used to be a surprise. They would never release this. That was like a big. That was a big moneymaker, like a finale, like kill her off or do something. Or I mean, come on, Rick. You've screwed us over on this stupid show. At least have us get a surprise death scene from him. I don't want to watch, It just pisses me off. That's what you watch TV for, those moments.
Well, see, to me, both The Walking Dead and Shameless have almost been on television too long. Do you know what I mean?
Way too long. Shameless is done. They could have wrapped that up in a bow. It's done. Yeah.
Right. People aren't invested anymore. Like in The Walking Dead, like they were 4 years ago, where every episode was like Game of Thrones. That's not how it is anymore. So people don't even really care.
It up. You gotta watch the Game of Thrones. If you refer to that, what am I wasting my life for? I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna hang up and go watch this. Go watch that.
I've been telling you to watch Game of Thrones for years. It's the greatest show of all time. It's so stupid that you haven't.
I'm an idiot. And also, I know that this is a spoiler. Whatever. I don't care. The affair. I pissed that they are done with her. I don't know what. Even though she decided to leave Ruth. On the affair, one of the main characters is also leaving, so it's a big year for scripted shows.
When talking about the affair, the rumor is, she came out publicly and said she was getting paid significantly less than Noah's character, or Dominic West, and so evidently, essentially, I think they wrote her out of the show, like they screwed her in the end.
And then she's been on there saying she can't say, she's not allowed to even speak about it. It's real nasty. And to me, she was the whole entire show.
She really
the entire show. You can't. Why would you do this to Cole? Why would you do this to me? You could have given me a happy ending. I wasn't going through all this trauma for that, okay? And I knew that guy was a murderer from the second I laid eyes on him.
Yeah, to me, though, that show always felt really dark. I never thought it was going to be a happy ending.
Yeah, I know. But maybe they could have. Maybe, possibly, just... It would have been...
they screwed her.
It pissed me off.
Because she was good, yeah.
And you just believed that character so much. At least I did. She's had me sold.
She was great in that show. I think she won a Golden Globe for it or something. Emmy?
Yeah, the first year, so I just love it. Okay. Second story, Alexis Bellino. She's not raking in these men in the OC making tons of money. It's insane. She's going to be getting $16,000 a month. At first, it was says that she was going to be giving him money, but it now says that the former Real Housewives of Orange County star Alexis Bellino will receive over $16,000 a month in support from her ex-husband, Jim Bellino. It was finalized earlier this week. Jim will pay. He's 56, so he looks pretty decent for 56, better than Carol at 54.
True.
Jim will pay Alexis $6,000 a month in child support and I wish my parents gave me that much or had that much money to spend on me in my lifetime. And $10,000 in spousal support. What does that pay her rent and stuff? Like, what does she need $10,000 a month for?
Wow.
She will also receive a lump sum payment of $250K and get to keep her handbag collection. What does that even mean? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What do you mean? She probably has $100,000 worth of bags, I bet.
But was he fighting her for it?
Probably, because you can sell those things. You can put that shit up on Poshmark or whatever the hell it's called. You're making your money back tenfold.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I don't want somebody's stupid purse. And you know that she was a mess with it. She just got lipstick and nail polish all over it.
Us Magazine had an article detailing all the 32 couples who've gotten divorced since Housewives started. Doesn't that seem high? 32.
Wow.
It's crazy.
They should just list who's left. Yeah.
Right?
It's just, I think, hard to see yourself in a mirror like that. It's and then it's edited and it's screwy.
Yeah, you're right. I think it definitely messes. If you're on fragile ground, that's like the death. That's the death knock, right, or whatever. It's like that. It's all over after that.
They need to bring Alexis back. Maybe even bring back stupid. What's her name? Blondie, Gretchen. We'll get into that OC BS. Okay, now the big story of the day. Okay, folks. Everybody who's been on this trip with us, everybody who's been listening, get ready for this. Put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
Our girl, Angela, last name, now we know, Deem. Do you already know this?
No.
Okay, sorry. She's been on the Maury Povich show not once.
No, stop it.
But twice, folks.
No.
Okay.
What for? I'm dying.
Angela 52. Now she's looking smoking hot. She looks
Fiancé.
great. 52. Angela from 90 Day Fiancé. She's the blonde Donald Trump lookalike.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Angela 52 first appeared, and she does look like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I retweeted that.
I saw that.
That's hilarious. I'd die for that. Okay. I've been thinking about that tweet for a couple of days. It's been making me giggle. Okay. Angela first appeared on the tabloid talk show, The Maury Povich Show, which, if anybody doesn't know, they're mostly known for paternity tests. And so, in February 2015, with her daughter, Scotty, don't get that confused. Her name's Scotty. She's a girl. She insisted that Scotty's boyfriend, Terry, was not the father of the couple's baby, Anna Skye. Instead, Angela said she believed that it's Scotty's ex, Chris, who was the baby's daddy. And so she says, I know Scotty had a one-night stand with Chris 2 weeks before she go with Terry. And the TLC personality claimed in between smoking her Marlboro Reds, Scotty responded, she's delusional. Now she can't even now she can tell me when I ovulate. So, after taking a DNA test, it was determined that Terry is not the father.
Ooh.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Oh my
Terry.
God, you blew it.
Sorry. I screwed up. You gotta cut that. Terry. It was determined that Terry is the father, not Chris.
So Angela was right.
Angela was wrong.
Oh,
it was really her daughter's not a whore.
Oh my God. Okay.
She loves Scotty. She had Scotty's baby. Oh no. Scotty's the girl. Okay, I can't get these straight. All these guys' names. She loved Terry. Anyway. The family returned to Maury in November 2016.
The family?
1 year later. Not even. That was February 2015. They're back in November 2016. When Scotty and Terry welcomed a second daughter. Poor thing. Araya. Pretty much same name. And Angela again questioned the paternity.
What?
Scotty said the stress of the drama took a toll on both her and Araya's health. And the paternity test determined that Terry is the father of Araya as well.
What?
So Angela just wasted everybody's time and just wanted to get on TV, probably.
Must have been a slow week at Maury to have the same exact storyline twice. Who cares? She must have been good TV, though. They must have wanted
She
her
is.
back.
Oh, yeah. We got to find that tape.
Oh, my God. We have to find it. It's not that old. I bet we could totally find it. You said 2015? That's not that long ago.
Yeah, in 2016. So we're going to YouTube that.
Oh, my God.
But that was great.
Oh, that is hilarious. So she's been trying to get on TV. That's what that tells me.
Yes. She's probably using Michael, and Michael's in love,
Oh my, Michael's getting used. That's exactly what's happening there.
Bitch. Just like Donald Trump. She's cut from the same cloth.
She's a user, right? So yeah, we love, for those of you who haven't listened to our 90 Day Fiancé bonus episodes, we're super into 90 Day Fiancé. It's a recent discovery, but we'll be coming with you every week to talk 90 Day Fiancé because it's amazing. I can't wait to see what happens with that show. I really can't.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I have one thing celebrity related. This is just a quote from Jennifer Lawrence, who I love so much. She was asked how she copes with stress, and she said, "I start complaining. I have a pretty strict complaining regimen that I try to stick to, and I eat." I feel like I really feel that so much. I love complaining. I don't know.
She's amazing. I love her so much. She's the best.
All right, so it's time for us to move into our Bravo breakdown.
It's the Bravo breakdown.
Man, you sound great. Your voice, like, literally sounds on point. Okay, so we are going...
I'll never sing for Tyler. He's going to be like, you bitch.
I know, right?
All right.
We're going to start with Real Housewives of New York Reunion Part 2. It picks up essentially where the last episode left off, where Dorinda was, they were talking about Dorinda's drinking.
Oh, my God. Okay, let me say something really quick. Okay, John... on Sirius Radio, Andy Cohen has a radio show. John Hill is his sidekick. He's his ex-boyfriend, but that they're like 10 years past. They're great friends. He's amazing. He's hilarious. He has whatever. He was on another radio show on Sirius Radio just last week, and he was saying that he saw the entire cuts, or he saw the very first cut of, or what they were going to show for Dorinda for the New York City Housewives when, and they were like, he was like, you can't show that. That's just horrible. You know, that's rude. That's mean to show. And they're like, we have edited this down so much. This is the nicest that we can get it. And that was regarding her drinking problems, and that there's a ton of like dark footage that they don't show of Dorinda.
I mean, it was obvious that people were avoiding, like, telling her how bad it was. But, like, her benchmark, she kept saying, like, I haven't been arrested. And I'm like, if that's your benchmark for drunk behavior, it's like, that's a problem. If that's like, the low where you're going to maybe get some help, that's what you need a reality check, like, immediately. It's not good.
And Andy, he's obviously seen the footage, too. And I don't know how he keeps his mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, and Carol was, like, all of a sudden defending Dorinda left and right, which I thought was bizarre. Like, just
it's because and that therapist she sees twice a week really must do a lot of help for her.
No. She said every 2 weeks. She can't go every week.
Right. Every 2 weeks. That's what I mean. Sorry. Every 2 weeks. What a loser. That's pretty much throwing your money in the garbage can.
It's bizarre. Dorinda definitely is in denial. That's the vibe I get from her. 100%.
It's really sad, and it's getting heavy to watch.
It really is getting heavy. I'm not a huge...
and she's becoming really dark because she's protecting this, and it's gross. It's getting sick. It's getting sad, and she's really gone downhill. She used to be a fan favorite, and I could even do without her next season at this point.
Yeah, she lost me a little bit this season. I just, I don't know. Yeah, her behavior was just a little, like, the funny stuff started to get dark, and that's when it, like, I start to have to step back from it a little.
You know, it was cute when she was, like, stabbing the knife in between her hands last season. That was kind of cute. But now it's just, like, every single scene is her slurring. And, you know, whatever. But all she said to you was, you're turning. And everyone's acting like she called the cops on her or something. It was really weird. No one's like, hey, that really wasn't that big a deal. Maybe she was just trying to help you out. And what's her face? Dorinda's even throwing triple down, saying that she wasn't even drunk, saying all that nasty stuff. But you can obviously tell she's shit-faced.
It was definitely a drunk response. You know, like, you only take offense to something that small when you're wasted. You know, like, if somebody's like, oh my God, you're drunk. And then all of a sudden, like, you're like, fuck you, you're drunk. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that kind of reaction. So she was obviously wasted.
And she's still mad about it? Mad about what? And then I hate her with these things. In the face of devastation, humility should prevail, not ego. It's like, go suck John's dick. I don't want to hear this, you know?
I know. Yeah. So, yeah, it starts with that. I think the other thing they talk about is Luann. And so they talk about...
She should have been there. They should have Skyped her in from
Well, did you hear? She's on Watch What Happens Live next week after the reunion.
Well, they need them all together. You know, that doesn't, good. It would have been... It's good, but it'll be... with all of them there, it would have been a great reunion.
Yeah, I just loved the flashback to Luann's arrest. I'll never get over how she slipped out of those cuffs.
Oh my God.
It was so
That's
good.
amazing. She should be put on the...
Oh, so good. Bethany, it's kind of like Bethany is Luann's spokesperson. Like,
she's so weird, and she like refers, she's like, oh, I talked to Noelle. It's like, Noelle? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It was just really bizarre. How are you...
Yeah, and they bring up the fact that Luann's kids sued her, and that was the breaking point for her to, like, I guess, like, lose it again and go back to rehab. I don't know. Like, I guess what's a little trippy to me is I never felt like Luann was the drunkest person on the show.
Me either, at
You know what I
all.
mean?
She didn't have a problem. She's just the one that got caught.
I feel like
she just
it
got
came
too
out of
drunk
nowhere.
and did something stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and she was
totally.
emotional. She's down there, and it's just... And that's why she's going to get this cabaret show, and people... It really all worked out for her in the end.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned that when Luann was arrested, you know, she was arrested, I think, before New Year's Eve, and they talked to Ramona about how she begged to get a party to Tom, Luann's ex, like that New Year's Eve party.
Yeah.
And so I didn't
And she got
realize,
rejected?
But yeah, but that was after Luann got arrested. So Luann got arrested.
That's sick.
And Ramona went to Miami, calls the ex-husband for an invite to the freaking party. Like, crazy.
That is sick. She's
Crazy.
nuts.
But
And she was really quiet the whole thing. It was really weird.
Very different from part one. Part one, she was losing her shit, and yesterday she was quiet as a mouse. It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
I think oh yeah, go for it.
Oh no, go ahead.
I think the majority of the episode was spent on Carol and Bethany, but I do have to mention Tinsley. Tinsley got like 3 seconds of airtime, which just shows you she doesn't really bring that much, I think, to the show. I don't know. Like she
doesn't, but I like her there though.
I with the flashback they showed of her in the wedding dress crying over the eggs
and then
with her
squealing
mother
in the kitchen with Scott, and then falling on the ground. It's like, if I was Scott, I would just shut the door and got back in a cab, and
turned around and walked out.
It's just bizarre, you know. Girls like that I don't know. I mean, the whole thing. I think the being in a wedding dress is worse than crying over the eggs, you know.
Really? I mean, the fact that she was in a wedding dress crying over the eggs made it like
no,
triply
altogether is bizarre. She said, I don't even think she wants a kid. She doesn't want a kid. She is a kid, you know. She could never take care of a baby.
Oh, she's like a 12-year-old. She also said Scott, the reason why they keep breaking up is because he can't work and date at the same time. Like he essentially
Yeah. I
once.
love that. That poor girl. I felt so bad for her when she was saying that, and everyone's just staring at her like,
I know.
Okay, yeah. Because John can run like the busiest the dry cleaning business in New York City, but he's still going after Dorinda. You know?
Right. Man,
Men will always make time for you.
Exactly. If you're a priority, anything in your life that you want to be a priority, you will make time for a period. Anything else is a bullshit, right? It's an excuse.
Yes.
So he obviously he's not into it.
I think that Bravo, if they're gonna start reading text to each other and taking up 5 minutes of it, they need to start releasing the text ahead of time so we can all have them be reading along with them. It's so annoying. They shouldn't even be allowed to have text. They shouldn't be allowed to have their phone. We don't need like exact references and like, when did that ever start? Like, you didn't see Tamara and Gretchen fighting about, you know, Bass Lake with real photos that she took. It wasn't like that. It's just all supposed to be hearsay bullshit, you know?
No, I agree. So if anybody who listens knows when this started or who the first person was to break out text, please let us know.
I think it was New York City, or it could have been Atlanta, or...
I feel like it was Atlanta. If I had to pick one, it would be Atlanta.
Jeez.
But, yeah, so like, Carol...
Really? Are we reading these like this?
I know. So when Carol and Bethany start getting into it,
Nothing more boring to me.
Oh my God. Carol pulls out glasses, starts reading from her phone.
I love the glasses.
And then Bethany has like a pink manila folder with like all these documents.
Great.
I'm like,
yeah.
What is happening here?
How come? Right.
They're literally like, they're reading to each other. Like, it's literally like you're in a reading class where it's like, you read paragraph 1, I'll read paragraph 2.
Is.
It was like, what are we doing?
And like, what's her face is furiously scrolling through her phone. It's like, this is live television. We're taping. Put your phone down.
So stupid. So my biggest question is the Carol and Bethany stuff. I don't understand what the actual fight is about. Like, what is it? What happened between them that all of this started occurring? There has to be something other than the Adam thing, because it just makes no sense to me. Like, no sense.
Then
to
they
me.
didn't. I just think they're just maybe. I think Carol just was sick. Sick of being the underdog with her and wanted to be the alpha, and then found Tinsley, and she's like the Bethany of her, and Tinsley is all I can think. Or Tinsley's not her best friend, but maybe she just got sick of Bethany. Or
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I don't know. I think Bethany's a little darker than she wants to say, and Carol's a little dumber than she wants to admit. Everyone says how smart she is. I don't think she's that. To me, she doesn't come off that
oh my
sharp.
God.
But.
Bethany, when she called Carol America's house guest, I like.
Yeah, I mean, she has it going on with these. It was amazing. I just love it, and I
good.
feel like that is the way she is. Oh, and I love how she brings up her resume. She's like, "Yeah, bring it to this Century, bring it to this whatever." It's just like it's so nasty, and
so
I feel
nasty.
bad for any woman that
entertaining,
had to like leave. But it's great, and Bethany has the shit to back it up because all she did was make some stupid, because nothing else is really successful in the Bethany land. I mean, nobody's buying those stupid bars, nobody's buying the jeans, and the drink seems to be fading away. Thank God she sold it right at a mass when it was at its peak, right?
Well, she sold it at the peak time to make $100 million, and she's smart with money, so she's good. She's golden for life. So it's like they are on different playing fields.
And the real estate too, right?
100%. She's investing properly. I just think that Bethany has a unique ability to piss people off because she doesn't get riled up. She just keeps talking shit calmly, right? And like she often in this reunion has been very calm and not like getting back into the hysteria that they're in, which is it fucks people up in an argument. You know what I mean? To like have somebody who's just cool, calm, and collected the whole time, that screws with them, I think. And that's what she was doing.
Yeah. And I wonder why Bethany, what else was going on, why she was sobbing the entire time in Colombia. I don't know if it was all about Carol, because now at this reunion, she seems so strong against her. Not one tear is...
I know. I don't know what was going on there. She was
seemed like it was something else, and it's interesting. I don't know what their problem is. I think they just maybe it was just fake friendship to begin with, and it all came to a head, or
something. I think I'm kind of like at this point. I'm
Sonia and Ramona, who always end up back together, or even Luann. And Bethany's a bitch because it pisses me off to see how everyone treats Sonia, and how she ripped into her about when she was on her couch, ripping into her about that stupid tipsy girl, and now she's her best friend. It just is annoying.
I love Sonia. I think Sonia has had...
I love her too.
I have to say, when I was looking at it again, I think you're right. She does look the best. She looked amazing. Like, her whole look was...
I loved it.
Glowing.
I thought it was cute. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks great.
That's a hard look to pull off, too. I don't know if anyone else could do that. She's amazing.
Do you have any other thoughts on
How old is Sonia? I was shocked when I found out Carol was 54. I mean...
Sonia's got to be older than her, I think. Or maybe... Because Ramona's 60, amazing. Right? Ramona's 60. Damn. That's crazy. She looks great, too, even though...
Carol looks older than Ramona.
Yeah, she does. 100%. And she's not. She's like 6 years younger. That's crazy. I'm going to look up how old Sonia is. Do you have any other thoughts for New York?
No, that's about it. I don't love reunions, but it's pretty entertaining.
All right, guess how old Sonia is.
56?
54.
54.
Ramona,
wow. It's such a different...
Ramona is 61. Amazing.
Wow. 54. Amazing. Sonia is so, like, full in the face. She's gorgeous. Wow.
All right. So you want to move on?
Carol looks like she just... Somebody took a bicycle and smacked her across the face with it before she came in, and her mouth got disconnected from the top part of her face. It just seems like the second part of her face is always going to fall off to me. I don't know.
Darcy from 90 Day Fiancé. It's the same thing is happening. That's just 20 years before. So Darcy's 42.
You're right. Oh, is that thing. What happens?
Yes. It's when you
it's
get
almost
too much
like Bell's palsy. Like their face stops moving.
Yes. Exactly.
Wow.
Yep, that's what it is.
And then it makes sense that she's 54 and not 44 looking like that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. All right. So let's, you want to talk OC a little bit?
Yeah. okay, if I hear this family ask this little boy, or Gina's little boy always asks how many wake-ups. That's the most depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. They're like, how many wake-ups till we see Daddy? Well, there's 2 wake-ups, honey. Oh, Dad. And it's just so depressing. It's like, oh, my God.
I never noticed
I don't want to hear it.
When is that? At the beginning of the episode?
Every single episode, this little boy will ask her mom when he'll see Daddy and how many wake-ups. And you'll notice that now, and it's the most depressing thing in the world.
That's so
I
sad.
didn't realize that Shannon was holding an orange. Did you realize she's holding the middle orange? She's the leader of the pack this season?
I did notice that. I thought that was very interesting.
When does Tamra find out about that, you know?
I know, right? The actual episode starts with Shannon meeting her new trainer.
I thought it opened with Gina. I'm sorry.
No. Well.
And then he walks up, and then the trainer comes to her house and says, did you do anything before I got here? Aren't I supposed to work out with you, asshole? Like, isn't that your job? What do you mean, did I do something before you got here? It's like asking, the dentist, or I guess, you brush your teeth before the dentist. It's a bad example, but it just was annoying. I just wanted to punch him in the face.
So, her workout, like, that trainer was, like, the perfect bad trainer for her because she wasn't doing anything. Her form looked terrible. And
she needs to be with Tamra. Why wouldn't you be?
I know. Why wouldn't you work out with her? I don't understand. And she goes...
She looks the best.
She does look... Well, also, she owns a gym. Like, this isn't... Like, you could literally... Like, your friend owns a gym and...
Seems passive-aggressive. Yeah.
Could you... Did you think the trainer was hot?
No.
Yeah.
When he asked her, did you do some... Just when he opened his mouth, I'm like, no, fucktard. That's... no,
well,
you're here to work out with me.
He also, at the end of the episode, she was, like, talking about, why she should work out. And he said, yeah, you should gain your confidence. I'm like, gain your confidence is not a saying. Like, he's dumb as shit. So Shannon's working out, I guess. I'm
happy for her, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about her being fat.
I don't want to hear about it.
I don't think she's fat. I've looked like Shannon probably most time of my life, and I think most women are maybe even heavier than her. Was she a size 8 maybe? A size 10? A size 12 maybe at a tight-fitting store at Hollister? Get a life. Like, you're not that fat. I'm sick of you saying it, and you got to stop it because you're screwing with your daughter's heads.
I agree. And I think she just, if you're unhappy, that's a different story, right? Like, and then do something about it and shut up. Yeah. Like, shut up and then do whatever you need to do so you feel better about yourself, but don't, like, complain about it every second. I'm so irritated.
Go eat your healthy food then and go walk up a hill with Archie. I don't want to hear it anymore. I wish the producers would go to something else.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And all I can see is her just... The forever image of her in my head will be her grabbing her stomach fat and just grabbing it like so forcefully and like shaking it.
Haunts you in your dreams?
That's who would, like, if that was like the thing, like, who's Shannon Badori? I would grab my stomach fat and shake it right now.
Like Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, that's what she does. That's all she does the whole time and say how fat she is. It's like, no wonder David didn't want to fuck you. He wants to go fuck the pole at the gym,
Oh God, he wants to do mudding competitions around. Those
he can't wait to be a Spartan. He can't wait to go with Eddie to be a Spartan poor Eddie who's gonna kill over and die.
So they go to dinner, what's her name? Tamara and Eddie, and then Emily and her husband go to dinner, and he says he's not taking his medication. I'm like, I would be very concerned if I had a heart problem and not taking any medication.
He says he forgets it. I think I would remember that, like, no problem. And you're so upset that you can't do anything. You think you'd be worried about your medicine. You're getting all these. That's as a doctor. It's like, listen, asshole, I'm telling you what to do. I can't help you if you don't follow protocol and figure it out with me.
Yeah, you're a freaking trainer at a gym. You're not. You don't have your MD. Calm down.
They do. These worker outers are like, oh, you need these types of protein, you need amino acids, and you need this
keto,
and that.
keto diet.
Like, shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I also like worker outers. That's good. That's good phrase. What do you think of Emily's husband? So they went to dinner. I gotta say, like, he comes across to me. She's like, he's witty. I'm like, no, he's a fucking asshole.
No, he's annoying. He can't wait to go home and masturbate behind your back. Like, come on, to your mom's picture, probably. Or his mom's picture, Perry. Whoever she is. That's who he's masturbating to. I hate on the housewives because I'm the opposite. Okay, my husband's not getting involved in anything. If I was a housewife, my husband would not talk. I would not let him get involved. He would not be chitter chattering and fighting with people. No. I hate how these women are like, you got a problem with me? No. If you got a problem with my husband, bring it up with him. It's like, no, I'm not bringing it. What am I going to go fist fight your husband? I got a problem with your husband. I got a problem with you. You got a problem with my husband. You got a problem with me. Don't even go, you're not talking to my husband anymore. What's the fucking problem? I'm his mouthpiece. I'll speak for him at this point. One time we had a neighbor who tried to pull this shit on him, and she didn't know that she had the pit bull Justine coming for her, and it caught her by surprise. But poor Tyler was parking in his parking space. He would park in his parking spot, no problem. She seemed to have a problem with it, and if Tyler, I could see if he was making it and he would even pull over to the very furthest spot so that he was almost out of the parking spot, so that this girl would have space for her baby. She writes him some nasty note, saying, you parked like this again. And so, I took it to her face and said, what do you got a problem with this about? You got a problem with the way he's parking? He's trying to park as nice as possible, So she didn't write him she wrote him the note, but she's going to deal with me. That's any situation,
I like that. Defend
I don't
your
understand.
Man.
Or no, I don't feel like a girl needs to be fighting with a husband.
No,
it's
I
just
agree.
weird. Like if any housewives, PK gets involved or, Ken Todd's he's not out fighting with people. It's just bizarre.
Every season there's one husband who tries to do this, right? The Jim Bellino and the getting very involved and getting in people's stuff. It's just, it's crazy.
Yeah. It blows my mind that Emily's take it up with him. He's not the housewife though. I find that odd when they all say that.
I do too. It's bizarre. It's weird that they're even married to me. A Mormon, a practicing strict Mormon married to a non-Mormon right there is bizarre.
And she's a sexual little freak. She likes her little man because the next episode she's about to punch Kelly out, which I love.
I will kill you.
I love that. Psycho. That was great, Yeah. But she's very, she likes the little man to whip his whip at her because she closed up shop the second that he wanted those people out the house for the party,
Yeah, I guess so. The other thing I thought was interesting in this episode, so Kelly talks about how spoiled her daughter is. They sent her to camp on a private plane. They show a picture of her. I'm like, what the hell is that? On a private plane? I don't understand. So the kid is super spoiled. She's complaining.
The kid's going in private planes. I think she can live somewhere without those cupboards then.
Without those cupboards, I know. Well, she's complaining about they went and looked at a house that was a $1.6 million for 2 bedrooms, and she's like, it was kind of small. How about the house with the pool? I was like, what the fuck? You're a child. Calm down. But she takes her she takes her to the food kitchen.
She knows what she wants.
Has her do community service, which I thought was actually really. She seemed to get a lot out of it, which I was surprised. I don't know. I think
only they did that more than it's good. It'd be nice
more than her at 14. Week. Yeah, at first I wrote too little, too late, but then as it continued, I was like, well, it
nice.
seems like she kind of got something out of it.
She's actually seems like a nice girl, and I think Kelly is just wild and has a good heart, though. All these kids seem so logical, even on 90 Day Fiancé. It's just weird.
Isn't it? All the kids on these shows always seem wiser than the parents.
I just don't know why.
Yeah.
But this season, I can just see, last episode, the OGs, even Kelly, they're just pawning poor Gina and Emily and just putting them together and just making them do all the work, really, I think. That we're really arguing. What are we even arguing about? About the abuse. I can't even.
Yeah. It's like they're hazing them.
Or it's there's nothing else to talk about, and they're kind of, to me, it looks almost manipulating them to talk about it more or something.
Yeah, that's true.
They know how to work it, and so they're like, she said this, and then they're off talking. It's just kind of.
They know how to play
I feel
the
like
games.
I can see it being produced now. It's not generic or not organic to me,
Yeah. They go golfing. And Gina immediately comes with a shade. She said, I've never really gone golfing. It's the pastime of the older generation, which I thought was funny. They're driving around like dicks, getting drunk. They also have a breathalyzer. Have you ever done a breathalyzer?
No.
I haven't either. I would love to
That'd be great. Yeah, I'd love to have one in my purse all the time.
I would just love, one of those nights, 5 years ago when we were downtown, blacked out, prior to you having children. Like, I wonder what we would have blown, you know?
That'd be amazing.
I don't even know. Yeah,
That'd be
so then,
fun.
I don't know. I just thought the fight that breaks out, so Shannon supposedly, or she did say, like, that Emily's husband, the controlling nature, reminded her of David, and then, like, pretty much took ownership and said, you know, I'm putting my relationship issues onto her. But then it turns into this whole fight, and Emily gets offended, and Gina and Shannon are fighting. It was just, like, turned in this whole situation.
Yeah, and it seems like Tamara's just using that because she's just sick of, she just wants to fight with Shannon.
Yeah.
'Cause Shannon's annoying her, you know?
100%. I think Tamara got involved because she has issues because Shannon hasn't asked about Eddie's health at all. I think she's, like, irritated with that, and she's, like, taking it out on her on this other situation, I think.
Yeah, I could see how Shannon can be very self-consumed.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that she takes offense to it, which I get because Shannon, I think, is a very needy friend, right? She needs a lot of attention and
Especially
talking
now. And then she'll disappear on you when she's got a man.
Exactly. Oh, 100%. She's that friend who gets a boyfriend and you never talk to her again. You, like, can't find her. Totally.
She's gone.
Vicky, my favorite line, Vicky said, "Let's talk about important things like our IRA." That was great.
That is important.
Yeah, it's important.
I'd like to hear what she has to say about that.
Right?
You know? Where
Yeah,
should
she
I
knows
invest
what
my
she's
money,
doing.
Vicky? Tell me, baby.
Yeah. The other thing, Emily came with
Even
the
though I
shade.
hate her house. I really don't like Vicky's house.
I think we've just seen it for too long. You know what I mean? Like, that house is,
Even Tamara's, like, you upgraded to this?
Well, Tamara, I don't know why she moved. The house is, like, not in a state where it seems livable at all.
But it doesn't even look, it just doesn't, they seem to make a lot of money. But
I think maybe it looks like the season's about to turn up. The next episode looks like it might be good, but so far I haven't been,
I just think the OC is a dead, I don't know when the people are going to listen to the fans. They say that they do all this market research. Everything that I read and everybody wants a clean slate. So,
yeah.
Do you? I do.
I
think it's worth the risk. I say even Shannon. I think they could find. We need these shows work when people are friends. And
I
I'm
agree.
sick of people
True
not
friends.
being friends. I don't got time for to get to know each other. I don't fucking care anymore. This is 10 years in. Come
I agree.
on.
If you have friends, you have more of a bond. You have more shit to fight over. It's just all of it. It would be better. Like, I think that's why
The
Dallas,
shows are just better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Dallas is better, I think.
New York, they're just better.
Yeah, so let's move to Dallas. It's picks back up at the party for Bruin, the UCLA newest Bruin, Brandy's child that she adopted. I just have to continue to say Stephanie and Brandy's friendship is adorable to me, and
I just love them so much. They're so fun. I want to be friends with them.
Yeah, but so my real question though about this adoption thing is I've known some people who've gone through adoption. Adoption is like a real process, so I don't get when they said it happened so quickly. Like, what
They
does
got
that
the
mean?
rich people version. They got the
but
they got the 1% version.
Meaning what?
They
Like
got
somebody
the she knows somebody in an agency, and it can all get done with the right amount of money and the right amount of the right person is slide it on in. I think it can get done.
I watched this documentary on the plane recently. This is a segue, very random, but it's called 3 Identical Strangers, and it's about triplets who were separated at birth and all adopted by different families without the other families knowing they were triplets. Like,
Do they have curly dark hair?
Yes. Did you
My
watch this?
coworker knows them
Oh, really?
and worked with them or something. They're in New York City, right?
Yes.
I just
So-
was talking a few months about this with him. Yeah, and,
Well-
and I can picture them in my head. It's interesting that you say this.
Well, so it comes out later that this adoption agency was participating in this research study where they were intentionally separating multiples, like
Oh
twins
my God. I don't
and
know if I knew
triplets
that.
to study the effects of them. And all of these people experienced trauma because it's like they were separated from somebody they were so close to. Like, all of the people had mental issues, depression. One of the triplets ended up committing suicide. And they never released the research. It was
Really?
Yes. It was absolutely wild. It's so crazy. You gotta watch it.
They knew they had this deep connection that they knew that they were
knew
missing, but they
instantly.
couldn't
Yep.
find it.
Like they said, as babies, they would hit their heads against the crib and stuff. Like they were literally like,
oh my God, I'm gonna
PTSD.
barf.
I know. It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
sad. I know. Yeah, it was terrible.
They would hit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and doctors did this on purpose, and it was like the only study ever to be done like that. And the records are sealed till 2066, I think, because all these people are still alive, and like they keep finding each other. Some of them have found each other, like
Those
after
three
the fact.
brothers, and then what happens? They're all one had already killed themselves.
No. He killed himself after they reconnected, like 10, 15 years later, because he was just like he was fucked up. He had depression and shit. Yeah, it was crazy. But you gotta watch it.
Wow. And what about the parents? Like the initial parents?
The initial mom of the triplets was like an alcoholic or something. Like, you know, that was the other thing. They placed them in families where they'd already previously had an adopted child so they could track them easier. Like, it was crazy. You gotta watch it. It was nuts.
I can't watch that.
It was
Okay.
nuts. I know. Okay. All right. Back to Dallas. I don't know how I got there.
I mean, I have a twin brother, so I wonder.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like, I mean, you can't imagine. It's bizarre. Yeah. So weird.
Maybe that's why I have so many issues now. I need my brother.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this Deandra. Okay, back into
Yes.
Dallas.
Yes.
Deandra was like, "Oh, I thought Brandy was getting divorced. I didn't know she was gonna adopt
the
a baby."
shade.
It's like, oh shit. Deandra.
All of their reactions were so dickish to me. Like, I felt it was weird. Like, nobody was like,
I mean,
oh,
what's her face could have said like, "You'll see, it's a surprise" or something. I mean, it was funny. I'm so stupid that when she was like, I got a surrogate, I was like, oh wow, maybe it's a surprise and she's having a baby too. You know, I'm like so stupid, you know, so.
She lied like a champ there.
She did. She did.
I still can't get over Leanne's look at that party. She's wearing like pineapple earrings and a red.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't know
mean,
what's happened to her. And the eye patch is still on.
The eye patch is still there. Yeah, the only other thing
And the way that Deandra and Brandy talk, they're so weird the way they argue and like come to each other to talk. Don't you? I find it odd.
it is very weird. Like, they're very civil, but also not at the same time. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Like,
And they're fighting over the Adderall thing that, like, Deandra said Brandy does Adderall, and Carrie told her. Carrie was just like, yeah, I told her, and so.
I liked Carrie this
I
episode,
did too.
actually.
I did too.
I loved her when she cracks open the liquor
Yep.
in the store. I mean, I've never seen anybody do that. I loved it. I was like, I want a sip of that liquor with her.
Yeah, she
And,
seemed fun this episode, and like straight
And
up.
yeah, she was really, really fun. I really enjoyed her. And the way that she said that to her, she didn't seem nervous. She was just like, yeah, I said it. Sorry, what are you going to do about it?
Yep. Also, I just have to say, in general, with Housewives, I don't want any more packing scenes. I don't need to see the people packing and calling each other or talking to their husband or talking to their kid. I don't need fucking packing. I hate it.
And Stephanie in her great life, like, I got so much. I'm going to Italy and
Yeah.
I'm going skiing and I got so much luggage and I just can't fit all these great times
Right.
in my head.
Like, I don't need to see you guys pack. I just don't. And I also don't need to see you arriving to the airport. Just get there. I don't need to see any of that. None of it matters. None of it. They go to Beaver.
And my thing is, and then they have them at the airport. Then they always have a shitty video of them
Right.
getting on the airplane.
Right.
Tape it all.
Right. If you're there, just get on the
Bravo.
plane.
Why do we not have private jets at this point? Get these bitches on a private plane with producers, and there's probably a ton of shit that we could be. I would love to see them all on a private jet.
Well,
I don't understand what's going
this
on.
time,
I
but it
mean,
was boring.
normally, like going
Yeah.
like on a
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
like
real
a cross trip, you know.
Yeah.
Cameron, though, I thought she was cute when she says that they had it turned around in 24 hours. Her monogram pajamas.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
the
that was
monogram.
cute.
Oh, God. And she gives them so they go to Beaver Creek, and she gives them a printed pink itinerary. I love someone with an itinerary. I was fully.
I
down
thought
for
it was
that.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
also
so
liked-
disorganized. I appreciate a schedule.
Oh, I love a schedule. I love making a schedule. I love sticking to.
My
a
life is
schedule.
unscheduled, so
I'm
my
the
kids will
complete
probably
opposite.
crave structure when they grow up.
Yeah. They arrive at Cameron's house, which is freaking amazing. They have a full-time house manager. Like, you know, you've made it if your third house has
I
a
need
house
that. I
manager.
need that, man.
She
That was
also,
a house.
right? She also mentions
She might be the richest housewife, I think.
What does her husband do?
Who's got stuff like that?
Lisa Vanderpump for sure. She just hasn't shown it to us, you know, like she does. She's not only got that one house in Beverly Hills.
Does she?
Yes, I bet. Cameron grew up in Montecito.
I wonder how much those pumps have. Because would they still be hustling for Tom Tom?
Yeah, I think they just like to work, I think they got money.
Yeah. I wouldn't be completely surprised. I don't think they're scammers, but I wouldn't be 100% surprised. I wouldn't be completely shocked. And I would actually love it, but I think they're legit. I think they're legit, the pumps.
They have to be. Okay. Cameron grew up in Montecito, so I went to school in Santa Barbara. Montecito is where Oprah lives. If you're from Montecito, you have like stupid money. Like you have money forever.
Wow.
Like grew up in Montecito is crazy. Yeah. So she's definitely wealthy. She's I don't know what else.
Those short ribs, I wanted to eat those.
Oh, the short ribs look so good. Oh,
I love short ribs.
I have to say, Leanne tries to get everybody to meditate, and she has this freaking gong. I didn't find the gong peaceful at all. Like, that's not peaceful.
We're done with meditating.
I mean, come on with the meditating.
We can meditate off camera, okay? I loved how what's-her-face was like, I didn't bash the baby. She said it like 100 times. I guess she's like a cyclical fighter, which is annoying, and I'm probably like that. So.
Carrie said that Cameron's brain is on repeat when she's fighting. Which she really, it happened twice. Like she fixates on one thing and literally just repeats it 100 times. It's insane.
Yeah, she's I don't know how you could be married to her.
Also, she was saying how like it offended her that Stephanie had lied about being a surrogate, and Stephanie said it was like 10 minutes, and Cameron was like, it was more like an hour, like super precise. I'm like, calm down.
Get a life. You're not that close to friends. Sorry she didn't call you and tell you she adopted or she stole a baby from the firehouse. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Right. Like, I don't get why you're offended by that. I would just be like, oh, wow, wild. Congratulations. Like, what are you doing? She also said,
even if you are, you would never say it. You'd just be hurt. Well, who cares?
Right. Like,
I mean, that's just bizarre.
It's just really weird. Brandy says she's been with one person. She's like trying to joke with Cameron about like trying to kiss her. She's like, I've only been with
unbelievable.
one person.
She wanted to kiss her. I thought that was hilarious.
Well,
she had
and Cameron responded with, "Oh, I thought it was like 50." I'm like, dude, like that's a
I would have thought that too. I never would. If you asked me $1 million, I never would think she was like that. She just seems like she was having fun, you know.
Yeah, I just don't get why Cameron's upset. It's real.
Cameron's
weird.
A bitch to say that for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it'd be fun though if Cameron it'd be so fun if Cameron would just get shitty and get drunk and they'd all be in the hot tub having fun, you know.
Oh, instead she's uptight. And here we are, another episode where somebody naked is almost falling and eating shit into the hot tub. Carrie almost got taken out getting into that hot tub. Like, she was one fall away from a Tamara broken ankle.
Gosh, I would so be hammered, drunk, naked in a hot tub on The Housewives.
But is there an age where, like, so if we all went right now, we've got an Airbnb, we're not like jumping to all get naked. Like, I don't understand this trend. No, really.
I think they're all just drunk. I don't know. They all get so naked. It's weird.
That's what I'm saying.
I would put a bathing suit on, I think. I probably wouldn't be getting naked. Maybe when you're older. I wouldn't be probably, unless it may be if I'm super shitty and it's late at night, but I probably still have a bathing suit.
I would go in my underwear. I
wouldn't have a problem being naked. I love being naked. I walk, but
I'm just saying it's not. Like
I might freak other people. If I was my house, I'd be naked 24/7 in a hot tub. But yeah. And on TV and stuff, it just is weird. And you never really in Summer House. They're always somebody's
always naked, right? It's weird. Cameron
dirty.
was just obsessed with the bash the baby thing. And then she said at
bash
the end,
the baby.
She said she wanted to kick Stephanie out. I'm like, calm down. Like,
yeah,
know.
And they make it seem like next week, but I doubt she kicks her out. But yeah, she really wanted her gone. It's not that big a deal. I can't remember. Yeah, over that, it was just really weird.
It was so weird. I don't really get it. That's all I really had for Dallas. Do you have anything else that stood out?
No, that's it. I do have something at the end of New York. They did. Did you see they dedicated that show to Dennis?
I did see that. Sad. Well, she brings him up, and like, you know, it was like he was alive right then. It's sad. He died. Ugh, God. Yeah.
And when you hear Bethany say his name, it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. Okay. All right. Last but not least, we're going to talk a little below deck. The season is almost wrapped up. Next week is the season finale. The guests they had this week were extremely odd. It was a young stepmother.
Oh my goodness.
It was like the same age as 2 daughters. It honestly reminded me of like what did it remind me of, like Parent
Cinderella.
Trap or something? Yeah, Cinderella with like their husbands.
She was Cinderella. Daddy was married to Cinderella, and they were pissed.
Dad didn't say a word ever.
Oh my! And was he on a diet, or does he have a heart? He probably had a heart attack or something. He can't eat. He can't eat panna cotta.
Yeah, he can't eat. Yeah, everything. His food looks so boring.
I liked the chef more and more. He's really fun. I love how he's like the sounding board for Hannah and Conrad.
That's my nightmare, being in between somebody's relationship. Ping pong, like terrible.
He just doesn't even care. Yeah,
terrible. Conrad and Hannah are like fighting. They're debating. They were supposed to go to Prague together, but they like broke up. And Hannah's just being ridiculous with it and telling. She like is like, he walks into the room and she's like, like making all these noises, trying to act like she's doing math on her phone because she has to change her flight. And he just walks out, which I love.
That like, $200 is going to kill you.
I know. Like, come on. I just thought that was hilarious.
I like him now that he's done with her.
Me too.
I didn't like him when he was with her.
No, me neither. But the big part of the show was focus on Zhao, and being a complete jerk and like openly flirting with Casey in front of Brooke.
I know. It's interesting how Brooke and Casey can still work together so well. Because Casey is blatantly disrespectful to poor Brooke.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that was straight up inappropriate. Like, they were all over each other. He, like, lays on her lap. Like, I just
Brooke is a better person than I am.
Oh, I would have.
She was raised better. I thought she was cute talking about her. Well, it was heavy talking about her dad. We learned a lot about her, saying that her dad would spend all his money at the racetrack and on women and things like that.
I wish she would have hooked up with Colin in the beginning. Colin's so sweet.
Oh, I love him. He's the cutest thing. They would make the cutest couple in the entire world.
I know. I feel like he would actually be like kind to her. I just feel like Zhao, like he said on the, is that how you say his name? Am I Zhao?
Yeah, because he was like Joe. It's like wow with a J in front, like Joao.
Joao.
That's what he told someone one time.
That's helpful. But he says like, so he's out, they're like setting up breakfast or something, and they're like talking about, Casey and Joao are talking about all the shit, and he makes a joke where he's like, I'm not ready for a commitment unless it's you. Like, he's saying stuff like that to Casey, like in front, and then tells her that if she hadn't left that night, he would have made out with her and been with her instead of Brooke. I'm like, that's disgusting. He's just a freaking creep.
Poor Brooke. She's got to get off this boat, and she is supposed to, she's been a first a chief stew, so she can be a chief stew. No wonder she hates Hannah, and Hannah's doing all Hannah's doing nothing. Now she's finally working.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch. I like seeing Hannah actually working, and it was a good episode. I like seeing...
Well, they both were like, all of a sudden they were like, oh my God, look, like Adam's feeding us, Hannah's doing work, and it's like the second to last charter. I'm like, what the fuck are these people doing?
Yeah. It's like, so bizarre.
And same, Captain Sandy was like, yeah, I've really loved Conrad's just been killing it these last 3 days. I'm like, what the hell? Like 3 days?
He did the backflip up. Yeah.
I'm like, come on. You've been working for 6 weeks.
You can feel the cabin fever.
Yeah, you can.
It'd just be a nightmare after a while to probably be on there.
100%. Would you work for the deck or the interior?
I probably would have been in the interior just because I was a waitress and everything, but I would much have rather have been on the deck. That would have made me happier, I'm sure.
I think so too. I think I would prefer to be outside. Like I could make a nice tablescape and whatever, but I would prefer to be outside.
Yeah. Also, I want to go in that cave with the water, blue water.
Oh, no,
cool.
no. That looks so sketchy to me. That like tight little window.
Oh, I would love that. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I love that. And then he gets stuck in there.
Yeah, exactly. You get like those young Thai
those
kids.
little boys. Yep. Oh my God.
That's exactly. The only other thing I have to comment on that I haven't commented on all season, I don't understand why every table they do has to have so many beads on it. They're always just collecting beads.
It's such a below deck thing. Where do they all come from? And there's netting and everything.
It's crazy.
It's just a lot.
It's a lot. And every meal, I just feel bad for them because they spend 15 minutes just trying to get all these little beads back into a freaking bag. It's like, what are we doing?
That's the job I would not want to. I'd rather do laundry.
No. Would you? Ugh, God, I would not. I hate laundry.
I'd probably get sick of it, but after a while, I could just sit in there and not talk to anybody. It'd be kind of nice, probably.
Oh, the only other thing have to comment on is the fact that these people will go out and get absolutely hammered, and the next morning have to do a bunch of manual labor.
Can you imagine?
No.
Oh, and
like
on a boat.
Worst.
You're on a boat.
So you're rocking back and forth. It just seems terrible.
I like Colin snapping at Joao. That was fun.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, I get it.
Yeah.
I like Colin. He's so cute. His parents are so
adorable.
cute.
He's like a sweetheart. I would hope he wouldn't get like he wouldn't be too sweet where he'd be like, oh, get away from me. But he seems real sweet.
He's not that sweet because he was on Watch What Happens Live and they asked him about Brooke and he's like, Brooke would sleep with anybody or something.
What?
Real nasty. He was really nasty about
I don't
Brooke.
like that at all.
Yeah, I know. It was a real dark side of him.
I thought he was like a sweetheart.
He is. He was. I'll have to find out the exact wording, but it wasn't nice, and it put a sour taste in my mouth. He was so sweet. Seeing his parents, Joao would have like gone up to his parents and like pushed his parents off the dock into the water and like laughed at him and said like, "Hey, I love you." He's just such an asshole.
I know, totally. But next week's the finale of Below Deck, so we'll be wrapping that up, and then Below Deck starts soon.
I love Brooke sleeping everywhere. I think that's adorable and funny as hell. I just think she's hilarious. The second she gets in that van, she's asleep. I think that's fun. I think that's really funny. I like to sleep anywhere too.
Yeah, like but narcolepsy.
I just hope and pray I don't die and my kids are on a yacht with some. That lady seemed like she was trying hard. I don't know why those girls hated her so much. Their new mommy, but that seemed miserable.
Oh, it seemed
and
terrible.
the old guy was pretty hot. He was kind of hot.
I would rather
hot old man.
I would rather be anywhere than on like I don't want to be stuck on a yacht. I'd be like that just looks so uncomfortable. The whole vibe looked terrible. I don't want any parts of it.
I want to go on a yacht with people I like. And some of the
You got anything else for Below Deck?
Nothing. I'm excited. I'm happy. I thought that was the finale, so I'm glad that we have another week. And I really hope we never see Hannah as the chief stew again. Even though I like Hannah, but I don't want to. I'm done with her. I don't want to watch it anymore. I would pick Kate as my chief stew. I would pick the British guy for the cook.
Yeah. Ben.
Or whatever Ben.
So we're going to talk Married to Medicine, which comes back. I think it actually comes back Sunday now that I look at it. I don't know. We'll have to double check.
Oh, I think it might. It might.
The only other show, so MTV started a new show called Pretty Little Mamas. I think we have to watch because, like I told you, it's set in San Diego.
My God. Anything in San Diego, I'll watch.
They also went to high school together and all got pregnant together right after senior year, which it seems like. So it's going to be a mess. But they actually seem like friends.
Is this like a... This is like a Hills reality. It's scripted, but it's not.
I think so. I don't know. We got to watch it and see, and kind of see what happens.
We'll be recapping that this weekend. Jersey Shore, Kristen Kev, Pretty Little Mamas, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I watched the cutest movie on Netflix, and it has one of the Pretty Little Liars, what's her face, Mona, as one of the sisters. The movie is called To All the Boys I've Ever Loved. If anybody hasn't seen it, go watch it tonight. It was the cutest movie I've ever seen in my life. The cutest
ever in your life. I gotta watch then.
Adorable movie. It was just so much fun. I was smiling ear to ear the entire time. It was just a feel good, fun movie. Netflix is really popping out some awesome teenage movies, and there's nothing that I love more.
I love a good
high school.
Me too.
Movie.
I love a high school movie. I love a high school movie.
You are gonna love this one beyond belief. Then the 17-year-old boy is the hottest boy on the planet.
Okay.
There is a sex tape leaked of him. I didn't look it up. I really didn't. I don't want to see. I don't really want to see his penis. But he's so hot. He's so hot. Okay. Oh my God! And the lead actress is adorable. It's the cutest movie. Everybody watch it. It's on Netflix. To All the Boys I've Ever Loved.
Okay, I'll watch it. Please follow us. We are on Twitter on Escape2Pod. We are on Instagram, Escape to Reality Podcast. We are on iTunes. We are on Google Play. We are on Spotify. We are on Stitcher. We are on all of the things, and we really appreciate everybody.
Oh, and Shahs of Sunset. We did have someone write in. We had a question. Next time we do the Shahs of Sunset, we'll go over which
Shahs is on tonight, so we'll talk about
which Shahs we are.
Yeah. So we'll talk about
Shahs.
A lot to talk
about.
Yeah,
the TV never sleeps, people.
It really doesn't. My God. But yeah, and please rate and review us. We love hearing what you guys think.
Please,
Send us your thoughts.
please.
And shout out to everybody who's listening this far.
Not if it's under 5 though. We don't want to hear about it. But if you like us and you want to give us 5 stars, we love you. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise,
I'll send you $5 in the mail.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
$1
God.
per star.
Yeah, you're like one of those, those churches, those fake churches where it's like, send us $5 and we'll send you back 1 million. That's us.
I got a package for you that will give you for the end of the world. It's got everything you need, and you can even use it as a coffee table right now, so it won't even take up space in your house.
It's $4.99
How about it?
with free shipping. All right, we got to get out of here. All right, everybody.
All right,
We
everybody.
digress. We'll be back. We appreciate everybody who's listened so far, and we'll see you guys soon.
Adios.
Bye.